if you're overplayed, one pass away. Now, within our offense and with the senior men's national team and the under-18s as well, we have certain rules. In that if the offensive player cannot give you the ball, right, and he dribbles towards you, that is a key for you to run a backdoor cut, right? And the reason why they're running a backdoor cut is because they cannot give you the ball. So it's making you run a backdoor cut, obviously with the intention of trying to give you the ball because you're being overplayed, yeah? What does a point guard do? He dribbles towards you, he's filling your position, right? Now he's then replacing your position and so on. This will, it'll look a lot better when we go outside, okay? Right. After a basket cut, you can either clear to an open corner spot, post up, field pin or back screen, okay? Looking at reversing the ball when you catch it at the top, okay? Ball reversal is very important. Point 10, on dribble penetration, players off the ball need to move and maintain spacing. This, like I said, we keep on talking about this. Players moving in relation to where dribble penetration is taking place is vital in any offense, okay? Opening, passing windows, passing angles, and then filling the open.
What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and this video is for all the coaches out there that have struggled against the 2-3 zone defense. In this video, I will show you my favorite way to attack a 2-3 zone defense. And as a coach...
Okay, Coach Daniel, thank you very much. Okay, right.
To wake you up.
Okay, I'm just going to show you 3 or 4 minutes of some college basketball and showing you the motion offense.
Welcome to...
Okay. Right. What's important in this video, and I'll show you now, okay, is how, look at the space in there amongst players. It's not exactly the 5-man motion offense that I use at youth level, but you can see how players are spaced out, causing more, the defender having to commit more, right? More help and more space for dribble penetration, yeah? Okay, so this is just some clips of showing you how these teams are spaced out, how these players are spaced out. Okay, there again, the blue team, yeah? They're spreading the floor as much as possible. Okay? And we just look at their passing angles, right? Look at the passing angles, how players create passing angles there. Yeah? Passing angle, look how deep he's going to reverse the ball. Okay? Okay? Created a passing angle there, filled in a spot. Okay? Okay. I want you to look very, very quickly because I'm going to be demonstrating this with some drills that I'm going to be doing outside. How this player has got the ball, and watch how this player is just moving now, relocating into a position to create a passing angle for a shot. Not only a shot, in case they want to reverse the ball quickly here again for an open shot. So it's not, sometimes it's not creating a passing angle just for a shot. It's creating a passing angle to reverse the ball, yeah? Right? Okay. This player with the ball, watch what this player does now. He doesn't stand here as many of us see here in the local game to receive the ball. He creates the passing angle that I was talking about before, yeah? Okay, see there, he's creating a good passing angle there. Okay? Right. Okay, so, like I said, offense has to be structured, has to have a philosophy, has to have certain rules. And those rules, you can make up yourself. Right? It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you got from the internet. You can make the rules that you want within your offense that suits your team. Yeah. So anyway, transition offense. I hear many coaches, right, saying, hay que correr, we have to run the fast break. Yeah, you're telling your players that, but are you telling your players how to run a transition, right? How are they supposed to run? Where am I running? Do you want me to run the right wing, the left wing, down the middle? Right? What happens if I'm running down the right wing and Andrew's running there next to me? Right? Spacing, transition is important, right? Yeah? So defensive players have to cover the most area possible. So one defender doesn't defend two players. Yeah? So, transition offense. The modern game is played at a fast tempo with fast break and transition play being crucial to a team's success. Right? The first offense for any team is its fast break. And the same as any other offense, it needs organization and rules. And by organization and rules, I mean lanes. On the basketball court, what we have is, we call them lanes, right? Roads, where certain players have to run through those roads, right? I cannot be running in the same lane as my point guard if I'm a forward, right? Or my 5-man cannot be running in the same lane as my point guard, okay? So this is very important, yeah? So, this is a simple structure you can use. Again, this is up to you how you want to organize it. Basically, right, it has we have 5 lanes, right? And the point guard will always occupy these 2 lanes, right? Our 2 and our 3-man, right? Our wingmen, our forward, our shooting guards will always be running down the wings, yeah? And again, with the national team, that's how I have my players running transition. So I wouldn't expect to see, I don't know, my 5-man or some backstone, unless he's playing the 3 or 4-man, right? I wouldn't want to see him running down that lane or this lane, right? So everybody's got a lane that they've got to run down, and they have to respect that, okay? Again, the point guard can use any of these lanes, right? Anybody tell me why they think that is the one chosen for the point guard, and why it has 2? Can anybody?
There's options of passing from one side or the other. And
Yeah.
one person with a better handling and passing skills.
Okay.
The fastest player.
As soon as the rebound goes up, the ball's outlet to the side.
Exactly. The outlets, right? In basketball, those are the key locations where we tend to get the outlet in basketball. Yeah? Right? So, our point guard is going to be following those lanes as you can see here, right? Our 2 and 3 are going to be running as wide as possible, and by I mean wide, if they literally have their side foot just 5 or 10 centimeters from the sideline. That's as wide as we want them. Yeah? Going back to, I don't know who mentioned 3-man weave, right? 3-man weave is a very good drill for transition if it is done properly. We have 3-man weave with about 7 or 8 passes and just running up the middle, that is not good. But if you run 3-man weave with players having to touch the sideline, what I tend to do sometimes, I put a cone there, so my 2 and 3-man have to run outside the post to ensure that they're running, to ensure that then in matches, they will be not getting in the point guard's way. Okay? That is my 2 and my 3. My 4 and 5, right? My 4 and 5, the 4 will always run opposite wherever the outlet pass has been made. Or 5-man. 5-man gets a rebound here and outlets here, he'll fill that position. Gets a rebound here, outlets here, he'll take this lane. So we'll always take whatever lane the point guard has left vacant for him. Yeah? This lane here tends to be used by a 5 or 4-man, the biggest player, right? Yeah? The player that has not obtained the rebound, right? So if I have a situation where Andrew is my 5-man and I'm the 4-man, and I get the rebound and I outlet it to Stephen, Andrew, by the time I've already secured the rebound, he will already be running down this middle lane, because he'll be running and sprinting to the block. Okay? Yeah, he'll be looking for the ball there. My point guard, I outlet. The first thing my point guard is going to do, he's going to be looking at where the 5-man is to push the ball up to try and get the ball inside straight away. So he may actually outlet the ball here, but he may cross into this lane over there. Okay? Whatever lane he crosses into, the 4-man or the off rebounder will, the rebounder will always go opposite. Yeah? Is this clear or ready? Yeah. 2 running down the wings. Now, the first option for the point guard to give the ball is not really him to dribble and give it to the 5-man. Remember, he's got his 2 and his 3 running down the wings, whereby giving up the ball, right, they can actually enter the pass into a 5-man. Okay, so this is just showing a 1-man, a 5-man getting in the block, because on most occasions your 5-man tends to get the rebound. 4, 3, and 2. Now, at youth level, right, I think it's important that we give them these numbers, right, and we have them all play the different positions, right? So you can run these transitions with your under 14, under 16, and 18 players, right? But each of them, giving them an opportunity to play the different positions, right? Because we don't know if the chances are we'll never have, or we had, but he's decided to play basketball anymore. The one 5-man that we had, Derek, is the only 5-man I think we produced here in Gibraltar, and decided to retire. You guys know Derek Aston Fox, no? But apart from that, yeah, 2 and 3s, point guards, 4 men, right? So give them an opportunity to learn all the different positions. Right. On offense, okay, these are some quotes from some coaches. First one I put up there, which I think is a great quote, that is from Chuck Daly, right? Offense is spacing, and spacing is offense. Okay? Again, this shows you how important spacing is when it comes to running an offense. The second one, don't teach players plays, teach them how to play. This is important. We get into the habit of running plays for players, you know, without a purpose, and some of them don't even know how to read basketball situations yet. Okay, so teaching players plays isn't a priority right now. It's teaching them how to react to certain situations in the game is very important. Okay, and in planning any type of offense, when a player leaves a spot, always replace him with another offensive player. Okay, so again, going back to a 5-man passing game there, right? The player vacates a spot, the player closest to the ball will fill that spot. Okay? Right. Okay, what I'm going to do is a lot of the defensive things that I wanted to talk about, I'm going to actually do on the court, right? That's why I skipped through them. And I'm going straight to what coaches say on defense right now, okay? Because a lot of our defensive principles, right? When we go out and we do the 3-on-3 drills that I'm showing, we'll be talking about how we want our offensive players, how we want our defensive players to be very good one-on-one defenders. Okay, that for me is the most important thing. With the national team, we play a lot of 3-on-3, right? Whereby our players, we spread them out into the corners, we have one at the top of the key, and we do not have any help defense at all. No help defense. You stick onto your man, he does not receive the ball, right? So we work on them as one-on-one defenders, okay? Because what tends to happen to a lot of our players now, our younger players, is that they rely too much on help defense, yeah? And they're not passionate about being good one-on-one defenders, okay? So we're going to be talking about defensive positioning, reacting to the ball, okay? Not waiting for your player to receive the ball before you react, okay? Reacting as the ball is in flight and things like that, yeah? So, who's got the time ready? No, but is that accurate or not?
That's accurate, yeah.
What time did we start, John?
You finish 5:15.
5:15. No, it's because I've got quite a lot to talk on outside, so I want to finish on that. Just these quotes here, okay? I have to talk about this one, right? Because it's talking about zone defense. That is just a tactic that takes advantage of a flaw in our basketball development system, because players lack the skill to react correctly to this situation. This for me is important because in under 14, under 16, and even under 18, I see a lot of zone. And the reason why I see a lot of...
you can say it's not allowed.
See, we've had in the past. But in the past we've had zone defense.
Yes.
Not last year or this year, but in the past we've had zone defense, which I've seen. But anyway, zone defense, right? Like it says there, is a flaw in our basketball development because it's just basically taking advantage of players that are not able to react to what a zone defense is. Yeah? Again,
what level of basketball is that person referring to? Because
no, this is youth. This is up to under 16 and 18.
because Jim Boeheim would disagree with that.
Yeah. Obviously, but remember, guys, that once you develop your players as good one-on-one defenders, right, then you move into what is working on zone defense. Because any zone defense, right, is really like a man-to-man, yeah? The defensive principles are the same, the closeouts, right? Your stance, one pass away, deny, 2 passes away, help side position, it is exactly the same, right? Whether it's zone or man-to-man. Yeah? Most zones, you start off as a zone, but then really you're playing man-to-man, yeah? You're matching up, okay? And then this last point, again, for those of you that are coaching at a higher level, right, the pick and roll and penetrate and kick is basketball right now, right? It is what's it's what's being run through all teams now. They run an offense and they end up with a pick and roll, trying to get the ball, dribble penetration, kick it out to create open shots. That is what zone defense. That is what pick and roll offense is about now. Yeah. So. Any questions so far on what we've discussed offensively and defensively? Again, the defensive aspect I'm going to be doing a lot on the court. The slides that I've gone through now, I didn't want to go through them because those are going to be sent to you. It's talking about positioning on defense and everything else, which is going to be explained in the court anyway. Okay, so we can just go very quickly.